Hey guys, and welcome to Antimatter Chemistry Log 10. I know I said there wasn't going to be one today, but the grind has been real, and I've got some stuff to show you. So first off, we're going to go start off with auto crafting. I've been putting in some serious hours, like 10 hours a day for like the last like 4 days or something. So I wanted to show what I've got because I think this is gonna be one of the last ones. The next one might be the finale. We have to see. These are Draconic Evolution fusion crafting setups. I spent more time automating them than I would have doing everything manually, but it's about the principle of the thing, you know? So yeah, I'm not gonna make the armor or anything. I just made enough so I could produce the things for. You need Awakened Draconium course for the Avaritia crafting table. Um, ore processing is. Oh, it looks like it's finally through a backlog. Oh, thank God. At one point, I had 100,000. I had like 150,000 ore backlog. I actually recently turned the quarries off because I'll show you that in a minute. I have another resource gathering method. Here. I'm gonna start trying to use more of the tubes because they're fun, and you guys don't get to see them very often. I mostly fly around during these videos to save time, but uh, we're gonna fly over here. Actually, no, we're gonna stop right here. This is the mass dissolving room I showcased before. I doubled the size because there's a bunch more things I actually have to dissolve. A couple of things over here is I have. I don't know if I actually showed this last time. Well, if I didn't, well, this is the mass dissolving room. No, I know I did. I think I added this one. This dissolves wither skulls into Mendelvenium. It has to dissolve calcium and all that kind of good stuff too. Oh, this is locked up. I wonder why this is locked up. Huh. I'll have to take a look at that later. Anyway, over here is one of the new things that I did. This took like 15 hours or something, I think. This took a long time. It is 16 stacks of 8 lasers, and these all have white and blue for iridium and platinum. Iridium I'm actually kind of good on now, but you can only get this iridium ore from these laser drills because the options for iridium are do it this way or use the fusion reactor from Alchem. And when I was setting this up, I didn't really want to fuse it because I was running out of fusion slots. I solved that. You probably have seen that in the thumbnail, but I'll show that as well, obviously. Um, yeah, so this makes iridium. It also makes platinum ore. I can come over here and actually, there's a ton of terminals here. I put them even after I was done. I like having terminals. We can iridium. We're actually got 26,000 ingots, and you only need 15,000 ingots for 250,000 moles, which will get you the 50 or so singularities you need. So this is enough iridium, so I could turn that off, but I won't. There's no deep black hole unit for iridium. It's just sitting in drives elsewhere, but I don't care. I'm so rich, I'll just build more drives. Um, yeah, chest opening in stereo. And you can see you get some other useful things from here too. Like nether quartz ore is pretty nice. You got other things that I don't need, like various oil sands and destabilized redstone. Um, Over here is the Avaritia stuff. Built the workbench here. I have a full wall of neutron collectors, and the more modern versions have dense collectors. This version does not have dense neutron collectors, unfortunately. This is 114, and it'll produce an ingot like every 4 minutes or something like that. It's been running for quite some time, and I only have about 50 so far. So these were going to be used for the various compressors, but I might build another set of neutron collectors here at least. We'll have to see. I don't know. I've been setting some stuff up that I know I'm gonna have to do some waiting for. So like I might just wait for that because I have a ton of other stuff I have to do. So like the more I do, the more I realize I have lots of other stuff to do. So yeah, and here we go. Here's the big thing, by the way. You're not seeing double. I did build a second fusion yard. I was like, man, I'm running out of fusion reactors, fusion plant slots. I actually already pulled out gallium. so I can use that for something else. But I was thinking, man, it'd be really nice if I could just, because I have multiple. I have to fuse dysprosium, cerium, lanthium, cesium, xenon, maybe indium, uh, maybe ruthenium. I think has to be fused as well, because all this stuff is annoying to make. Radium you get from uh, granite, but I don't have enough radium as it is right now for the singularity, so I can't even I can't afford to split it. So yttrium will come from either platinum or iridium, which is why I'm doing it that way. Vanadium may have to be. I can split this with silver, I guess, but we'll have to see. But there are some things that you would have been nice to have more fusion reactor slots for, and I won't even use all of these things. I might not even touch these fission things, but I built them anyway because I just copy and pasted it. This took quite some time. It was very, very expensive, and that's why there's this thing over here, is you can bind building gadgets to inventories, including ME chests. So I just put all the building blocks that I needed for that in here, and then just built the whole thing in one go. It's pretty nice. I did make a mistake though and didn't get rid of the lower layer of white concrete, well, white antimatter, so I had to redo all the flooring. But it was kind of like, it was pretty cool. It was kind of like I was powering up this section of the base. Yeah. But this is a second fusion yard, so the biggest place in the base has now become twice as big. And I don't this is definitely not needed, this walkway between the two of them. Obviously, it would be faster just to use uh, those things. I don't think I've named it, but I think I've set it up. So I think if we just go over here, and then, yep, I did set this up. Wait, now we'll have it's not quite, this area is not quite complete, obviously. We'll have a whole another control area. Because bigger is always better. Like sometimes the solution is just more stuff, and so I decided to add more stuff. I spent so many hours in this last night, and I still have hours to go before it's even operational. Um, let's see, what else have I done? Some more general decorative stuff, just more cable facades. I have to go mining for marl again. Uh, because I need more of that. One thing is for the lasers, I used a ton of pink slime, like 6 or 7 thousand worth of it. And we have a pink spawner. I don't know where it is. Maybe I just destroyed it by accident because I have more spawn heads. I put one in here, and the redstone bugged out, and both the feral ghoul and the slime, which spawn at 1 tick increments, were on for a couple of seconds, and it lagged my game out really, really, really badly. As in, it took me like 15 to 20 minutes to recover from it. It was not good, so now I'm too afraid to put it back, so I won't. So whenever I need more slime, I just hand farmed it with a mob duplicator. So be careful with the apotheosis spawners. Make sure they're redstone controlled, and when you put them down, they won't turn on. Because I made that mistake. Over here, I actually did make some more upgrades. I added some more DML things, and I have like 16 or 20 of these wither data models in here because you need a ridiculous amount of nether stars. You need 2,000 per singularity, and you need around. I've been going for the 50 mark because I'm rounding up just to be sure. The number I've heard is 44, so I need 100,000 nether stars, or 88, if you believe the 44 number. I haven't counted myself, so I don't know. And you need a lot of nether stars. Unfortunately, I already have 10,000, and I've been using a ton because I was building those neutron collectors. Used quite a few, several thousand at least. So I've got 3 fabs making nether stars. It looks like they're not all the time. I might add more. I might. Oh, also we have to go take a look at the reactors over here because I added another one. I think I showed this one. This is the HEU-235 oxide reactor. It produces 200,000 per tick when running, and I built a second one because I kind of wanted to, I guess. It doesn't ever run because I don't. I have an 8400 RF per tick reactor, a 56,000, 128,000, and two 200,000 RF reactors. So I think I'm probably good on most things at this point, unless I start doing just an absolute monster amount of Dragonic Evolution crafting, which I probably won't. I might make the energy ball just because, or at least just so I don't have to void power, because that makes me feel bad. I don't know. Like I said, there's also, again, I just put a bunch of stuff in here. Like, being able to bind gadgets to inventories makes things very nice. I just copy pasted this whole bad boy. Yeah, it was very nice. Um, oh, I don't know if I showed this. Oh, I also have some helium over here. These are just helium collectors that I dump into the system. I put them here because I didn't know where else to put them. Uh, I just extended this out because this was not aligned with this hallway for some reason. I don't know how that happened. I think it's because the way the grid starts off, like this area isn't properly gridded out the same way. So like this distance here isn't the standardized distance. I think that's what happened. But because I can just extend this out as a room, and rooms aren't standardized the same way the hallways are, I can connect it much easier. I've added a few more black hole units for various new elements that I've been creating. Nothing special there. Done some. I'm gonna make an RF. I made an RF tools. Oh, I know what I did. Here. I had 100,000 buckets. Here, it's switching too fast. I had 100,000 buckets of molten uranium, and I've gone through like no, actually, I think 105,000. And look at my ingot stockpile. 400,000 thorium oxide and 174,000 uranium oxide, because the molten uranium and molten thorium solidify into the oxide version of the ingot. I don't know why. I'm totally okay with that though, because trying to make this many oxide ingots would be time consuming and resource expensive in terms of oxygen, as oxygen has been running for legitimately probably 100 hours at this point. Ever since I set up the first thorium reactor, and I've only got 27,000 buckets. And this stuff does get recycled for the allogementum alumina stuff. It takes 3,000, takes 3 buckets, 3,000 millibuckets of it to make alumina, but you get that back when you electrolyze it for the aluminum. So it runs very slowly, and I don't really use that for anything. Uh, so I'm glad I don't have to make them oxide ingots. Uh, for some of the singularities, by the way, for like vanadium, I will either fuse that, or I'm gonna make blocks of emerald dissolve into 36 vanadium each. So I might get enough emeralds to make an emerald block dimension, because unlimited power, or five, 600,000 RF per tick at most, with a 2 million stockpile or 2 billion stockpile. So I can afford to some pretty hefty RF tools dimensions if I need to. So I'm gonna like things like I think you need that for nether quartz. Is you need the nether quartz singularity. And this is made. Oh, it's the nether star. Nether quartz singularity, and this is 7,600 blocks of quartz per singularity. So that's a lot. I think you also need the redstone singularity. Yeah, and this is made through 8,800 redstone blocks. That's also a lot, so that's going to also have to be done through RF Tools dimensions. This is a really big grind, I'm going to be honest. This version of the pack is just a gigantic resource grind of, figuring out ways to mass produce certain elements, and then just a combination of, honestly, just waiting. Hopefully, with RF tools, some of those things aren't so bad. But for I'm gonna be honest. So right now we're in 1.2.19 version of the pack. The most up-to-date version is 1.4.8, and that will not be the final version. Enderman, the current maintainer of the pack, is looking to create an LTS version, or long-time support, and there's gonna be some big changes for that. So if you're curious, I would join the Alchemistry Discord. How it hasn't. I just joined the world, so it hasn't showed up yet. And there's the LTS thread and stuff. So if you're curious about how that's going to change, it's going to be some really, really big changes. And I'm actually pretty excited for that. Okay, Well, I think that's probably about everything I have for today. I will see you guys next week, and next week may be the finale, or it may come sooner. I don't know. We'll have to see. Oh, and by the way, ATM 9 is going to be my next pack. That's going to be good. Be a multiplayer one too, because me and my brother are renting a server. Some friends will be on there as well. So that'll be fun. It'll be a little bit different than these ones, which have been single player only. But I will have control of the configs because it's my server. All right. I will see you guys next week. Thanks for watching.